I'm back.
I'm still here.
You winning?
Hasn't started yet.
What? What's this?
I like this kid. Bright future for this young man.
How the hell did I get ice cream for?
The following contest is a steel cage match. Making his way to the ring from Dudley, England, weighing in at 175 pounds, Tyler
First ever
Bate.
WWE United Kingdom champion, former NXT Tag Team champion. There's no questioning the incredible in-ring ability, though, of Tyler Bate. I mean, he's gained worldwide experience, and he's turned a lot of heads all throughout the WWE Universe. And a very unique style in the ring. Mixture of Japanese strong style, British catch wrestling, with his own very unique gentlemanly flair. Some superstars you just look at, you just feel like they're destined for big things. And you gotta feel that way when you see a guy like Tyler Bate.
And his opponent from St. Louis, Missouri, weighing in at 250 pounds, he is the Apex Predator, the Viper, Randy Orton.
Few WWE superstars have fared as well throughout their careers as Randy Orton. Cool, calm, collected, but laser focused. And ready to explode at a moment's notice with an RKO out of nowhere.
I usually create one player on my team when I do win.
A 13-time world champion.
What are we talking about?
Sure.
The DWC champ.
All the most that I'm done
Slick
with
as they come.
on matches, and Cody set up his matches now.
As smooth as anyone in the business. And as dangerous as anyone that walks the planet Earth.
Singles action is underway, and in this one, I wouldn't attempt to predict what's going to happen. I'd just be ready for anything. Sometimes that's all you can do.
Look at them, locked inside that cage like a couple of rabid animals.
Elbow drop, big time.
But that's also what it is. It's also like competition. The point of finding about that is
watch this. Oh, suplex. What a stomp. Good grief. Just a debilitating neck breaker.
He's starting to feel it here. He's going to need to find a way to fire back.
Hey, you and I both know he's double tough. He's not going to let something like this stop him from winning the steel cage match.
Well, this certainly escalated in a hurry. I don't think any of us expected to see him fall behind so quickly. Ouch.
Oh, the old European uppercut. What a strike. Right on the mark.
someone to survive a battle against Randy Orton, two things are critical. One, do not fall victim to the Viper's mind games. He's a master in psychological warfare. And number two, stay away from the RKO.
The quick reversal there by Randy Orton. The Apex Predator is so dangerous in so many ways that what you said earlier, Corey, is more than accurate. Randy Orton can slither his way into an opponent's mind and then end it all with one RKO.
Randy Orton does unbelievable things when he hears the voices in his head. The Viper's opponents must try to escape the psychological torture and at all costs stay far away from the RKO. Vicious strike. Years, a select group of high flyers have taken their aerial assaults to greater heights. And when I say that, I mean superstars climb to the top of the steel cage, the real high-rent district, and dive off onto their opponent. And that all started with one man in October of 1983, Jimmy Superfly Snuka.
To your point earlier, Byron, we've definitely seen some unbelievable attacks be launched from the top of the steel cage. And you mentioned the most iconic, the steel cage match for the Intercontinental Championship that saw Jimmy Superfly Snuka clash against bitter rival, the magnificent Morocco.
There's no denying that Superfly set the bar. You look over the years to people like Jeff and Matt Hardy, Eddie Guerrero, Kurt Angle, and Chris Jericho. They continued to push the envelope and executed unbelievable attacks from the top of the cage. And watch Rikishi take flight off the top of the steel cage. Wow, there's a certain feeling that comes over the combatants in a steel cage match once they hear the door close and see the official lock it. A superstar must know that their body is going to be thrown against the steel, that their face will most likely be raked across the cage, and that anything is legal in this environment.
Yeah.
What a strike!
I still prefer the Ben Simmons over him, though.
You spoke about this earlier, Corey. It's crucial for a WWE superstar to fully understand the gravity of the situation they're in when they battle inside a 15-foot-high steel cage. An individual must be ready to endure pure brutality and be prepared for the fight of their life. No one leaves a steel cage match without scars.
You don't have Ben Simmons there either.
Value for once, and that anything is legal inside the steel cage. To that point, something else we've seen over the years is interference. Whether it's The Undertaker coming into the ring or John Cena getting bashed in the head with the cage door from the outside, it's all legal in the cage. The WWE Universe has seen the evolution of the steel cage in the enclosure known today as Hell in a Cell. The first time an enclosed cage was seen was in October of 1983 in the last Battle of Atlanta. The enclosed cage was seen a few years later in the War Games match from the NWA. There were even cages stacked on top of each other like WCW's Tower of Doom.
Byron, we talk about the progression of steel cage matches and the type of structures that have been spawned from them. I need to point out that some cages have been electrified. One was made from bamboo in the form of a Punjabi prison match. And, of course, the Elimination Chamber with glass pods and steel doors.
And today we have the Asylum match, where weapons are on top of the cage. Just goes to show you that times may change, but the objective to destroy an opponent remains the same. There's still no better way to settle a score than to do battle with your adversary inside a steel cage.
Given how impressive Tyler Bate has been thus far, guys, you almost forget that he's just a kid. If you remember, he first stepped into a WWE ring when he was just 19 years old. Nobody controls the pace of a match quite like this guy. Now Randy Orton seems to have lost a step or two. This may very well be one of his toughest challenges in a very long time.
I'd never count this guy out, but I'll tell you what, he's not looking so hot right now. He's really going to need to find a way to get back in this thing.
The bottom line here is that despite what's going on right now, he's still in much more favorable health than his opponent. Neckbreaker! To the jaw! Lariat! And here comes Orton! that one. Uh-oh. Hung out to dry.
Good night.
That's how you put an exclamation point on the end of a match, guys. Taking on any more damage here could very well mean the beginning of the end. He's in full control now. Back suplex. Boy, Randy Orton never stops. Oh man, Randy Orton's in trouble. Randy Orton isn't liking this. Orton needs to regroup, and fast. He could be in dire straits in a hurry. Randy Orton was just one step behind there, guys. He has something big planned. And face first, flapjack. Oh, what impact. Knee drop. Randy Orton is going to have to improvise and get something going here. I don't recall the last time he looked so fatigued.
It's almost as if this steel cage has chewed him up and spit him out. He looks absolutely helpless in there right now.
This has been one of the most intense back-and-forth battles I've seen in a long time. And unfortunately for him, it's not looking so great right now. Orton looking for some KO.
The Viper strikes again.
He can end it here. You got him. Three.
Okay.
This will go down as one of his hardest fought battles in WWE.
Okay.
Did you beat him?
Yeah, well, match one, dude. I didn't hear the 1, 2, 3 count. That's why I was curious.
Should be 2 out of 3 falls.
You can't do 2 out of 3 falls in a steel cage.
Oh, okay.
You gotta do them the separate matches.
That's good stuff.
And there's the bell. And here we go. This is the type of battle that you can show someone who's new to our brand of entertainment and say, this is what WWE's all about.
And there are few things more unforgiving than the cold steel of a cage match.
What a hurricanrana.
Beautiful technique.
Harsh impact. You gotta believe this one's over. Hooked up. Oh, chin-breaking uppercut. Nailed it. He's starting to show signs of fatigue. At this point, it's all about how he responds and potentially rebounds. Yeah, but if you count him out now, guys, you'd be making a very big mistake. Mark my words. Given how impressive Tyler Bate has been thus far, guys, you almost forget that he's just a kid. If you remember, he first stepped into a WWE ring when he was just 19 years old. I'll stress further what Michael was saying about Tyler Bates' age. When most 19-year-olds were busy trading barbs with each other on social media, Bates was wowing a global audience in the inaugural United Kingdom Championship Tournament.
And since that time, Bates has only gotten better. And it's scary to think of how good this guy's going to be 5 or 10 years older.
This is what makes him one of the best in the business. Look at the disdain in the eyes of the Viper.
Given how impressive Tyler Bate has been thus far, guys, you almost forget that he's just a kid. If you remember, he first stepped into a WWE ring when he was just 19 years old.
And that one grounds him. I didn't realize he had such a glass jaw. Tyler Bate just too fast for him.
Randy Orton, no problem in getting out of that one.
I'll stress further what Michael was saying about Tyler Bates' age. When most 19-year-olds were busy trading barbs with each other on social media, Bates was wowing a global audience in the inaugural United Kingdom Championship Tournament.
Man, since that time, Bates has only gotten better. And it's scary to think of how good this guy's going to be 5 or 10 years from now. I have to tell you, the RKO from Randy Orton is a thing of beauty. Well, unless you're the one who's getting dropped by it. The Apex Predator's speed and power are just the beginning because an RKO can occur at any moment.
Talk about rocking the jaw.
Nice. Nice, Cody.
Nasty impact.
Corey, it still amazes me how quickly Randy Orton can strike an opponent with the RKO. Obviously, the WWE Universe feels the same way since the hashtag out of nowhere trends on social media whenever the Viper uncoils.
It doesn't matter if an opponent is behind Randy Orton, in front of him, attacking him. The Viper is always one RKO from victory.
Somebody help us out.
Randy Orton getting put to the test.
He doesn't want to absorb much more punishment if he wants to win this match.
Oh, man, his chances are dwindling quickly. He's just taking on so much pressure.
Sure, he'd rather not be on the receiving end here, but let's not lose focus on the fact that he's in far better shape than his opponent right now. Oh, no. Just when you thought he had nothing left. Looks like both these superstars have... Ooh, what impact. Victory is on the horizon. How is Spear? Spear! Incredible. How is Tyler Bate going to survive this? Oh, boy, he is rolling.
Oh, no.
This might be it. Oh, my.
Look at that! Tear the features clean off your face. Wow, what a great performance.
That's how you wear down your opponent.
Torture your opponent's neck. I like it. Uh-oh, Cole, I think we know what the Viper's doing.
Yeah, Randy Orton was in position. Vintage Randy Orton.
What a comeback.
How is Tyler Bate going to survive this?
No, shoot. 52,000. Look what he's doing. He's going up.
Oh, no! Someone call the orthodontist.
What's going to happen here?
Focused attack on the back.
Tyler Bate just too fast for him. Running Hurricane Rana. Oh, boy, he is rolling.
You still giving that 200 that you said?
Might be it. Oh, my.
Yeah, I still get to that 200 easily. And do the set.
You can see the wear and tear that this fight is taking out of these men.
Okay.
I just think Ben has a better drive than...
Oh, man. That's right.
Okay, get everyone except for Lucha. It cost me $402K.
The elbow.
Randy
I have
feeling good about
406K
himself right now.
So, both 3 roses, plus the center.
Oh, what an uppercut.
Plus the 200K. I'll go to keep the same.
What do you really want to do there?
Standing drop kick. Great ups.
No. Because, in my opinion, Ben Simmons is a lot worse.
Success breeds success, and he's definitely having some right now.
They both have their advantages.
Chin-breaking uppercut.
You play differently than I do. That's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to argue about it.
What's going to happen now?
I'm saying
Slam that hurt.
You play with your team, how you play. I play with the team how I play.
What do we got here? He's in full control now. Oh, man, Randy Orton's in trouble. Tyler Bate just too fast for him.
And after P. Rose in the small nasty impact. 900K, and then after I get
looking for the exclamation point.
The next card.
He's got the shoulders down. 2, 3. Yes, takes it. You can feel the electricity running through this arena. This is going to be some battle. One-on-one, mano-a-mano.
And there are few things more unforgiving than the cold steel of a cage match.
Yeah, all I need is 200K. Go and get my money.
Backbreaker. That'll realign your vertebrae. The old European uppercut. Elbow drop. Piercing. Oh, what an uppercut.
Hold on, I don't know DC.
Beautiful technique. He's not looking like himself here. He's going to have to cut off his opponent's offense quickly.
I wouldn't call for the medics just yet, Cole.
Why?
He still appears to be in pretty good shape here.
I know it's early, but if things stay the way they are, winning this match might just be a pipe dream for him.
Duo still roughly around 280, 300. Dennis, 400K.
Set him up.
But if you don't pull enough, then you lose out.
That's still 100K left.
Oh, an elbow drop. He's on the defensive now. I don't think this is how he envisioned this match going here tonight. Before 2017's Extreme Rules, there were just 3 previous tag team matches where championship gold was decided inside a steel cage in the history of WWE special events. The Hardy Boys were in 2 of those matches. At Extreme Rules, in order to win the match, both members of a team had to exit the cage and have both feet on the floor.
The Hardys used their famous continuity to gain the early advantage until Cesaro and Sheamus utilized their devastating power to slow the pace of the match down. Both teams battled atop the steel cage, but in the end, Sheamus and Cesaro won the race to the arena floor to become new Raw Tag Team Champions. The rivalry between Ultimate Warrior and Ravishing Rick Rude began during the Super Pose Down at the 1989 Royal Rumble. Then it progressed to where both superstars battled over the Intercontinental Championship. At SummerSlam 90, the rivals met inside a 15-foot-high steel cage for the WWE Championship. Victory could be achieved by pinfall or escape from the cage.
Corey, the WWE Championship match between the Ultimate Warrior and Ravishing Rick Rude was the second half of the double main event at 1990 SummerSlam. The rivalry between the Warrior and the Ravishing One was so heated that no one knew what to expect once the 2 men were able to battle inside a steel cage, which at the time was the most grueling match in all of WWE. The Ultimate Warrior dominated early on with his incredible strength. Rick Rude turned the tables and used the steel surroundings to his advantage. At one point, Rude dove from the top of the cage onto the Warrior. But after the Warrior's signature Gorilla Press Slam, the Ultimate One climbed over the cage and retained his WWE Championship.
According to historians, the twisted metal that we see as part of steel cages today dates back 80 years. To settle a dispute between competitors Jack Bloomfield and Count Pietro Rossi, the 2 met inside a ring surrounded by chicken wire. At first, these types of matches were referred to as fence matches.
Corey, you gave us an impressive history of the origins of the steel cage match. I'd like to point out to our viewers that from the 1960s to the mid-1980s, chain link fences were used to enclose the ring for WWE steel cage matches. A superstar could win by pinfall submission or by exiting the cage through the cage door or climbing over the top of the cage.
Uh-oh. Hung out to dry.
Whoa! Wow, I'm just as surprised as you guys are. Hey, what goes up must come down. The rivalry between Ultimate Warrior and Ravishing Rick Rude began during the Super Pose Down at the 1989 Royal Rumble. Then it progressed to where both superstars battled over the Intercontinental Championship. At SummerSlam 90, the rivals met inside a 15-foot-high steel cage for the WWE Championship. Victory could be achieved by pinfall or escape from the cage.
Corey, the WWE Championship match between the Ultimate Warrior and Ravishing Rick Rude was the second half of the double main event at 1990 SummerSlam. The rivalry between the Warrior and the Ravishing One was so heated that no one knew what to expect once the two men were able to battle inside a steel cage, which at the time was the most grueling match in all of WWE.
The Ultimate Warrior dominated early on with his incredible strength. Rick Rude turned the tables and used the steel surroundings to his advantage. At one point, Rude dove from the top of the cage onto the Warrior. But after the Warrior's signature Gorilla Press Slam, the Ultimate One climbed over the cage and retained his WWE Championship.
Given how impressive Tyler Bate has been thus far, guys, you almost forget that he's just a kid. If you remember,
Randy Orton and RKO! That has got to be it. This is Randy
going for the cover.
I'll stress further what Michael was. The steel cage match is in the books.